to the know-how series on level restorer circuit. Hope the first part of the video would have given you an insight on the solution to overcome the VT drop problem in pass transistor design. The link is provided in the description box below. In this video, I'll be validating the solution for threshold voltage drop problem with LT-SPICE modeling of level restorer circuit. LT-SPICE, originally named by Linear Technology, was produced by the semiconductor manufacturer Analog Devices in 20 years ago, and LT-SPICE is a high-performance SPICE simulation software with features of schematic capture and waveform viewer. Most widely used SPICE software in the industry, and it is an open source software with no restrictions to its capabilities. LT-SPICE 17 was released in 2016 and it is the latest version that is currently used, and it is designed to run on 32-bit and 64-bit editions of Windows and Mac OS. Now let us look into the quick demo on how to install this LT-SPICE. Just visit www.cmosedu.com and then you can find in the quick links about LT-SPICE. So just if you click this LT-SPICE, it will navigate to the page which contains the software packages of LT-SPICE. From that we can download. So I'll just share my screen and show you a demo on how to install this LT-SPICE. Now we'll just type here in the address box as www.cmosedu.com. So this will navigate to us in this page, and here we can find out our LT-SPICE. Just click on that. It will navigate to this page wherein you can find out all the contents related to LT-SPICE. Several books are available and model examples are also available. So, and the link is available in the second line, which that can be downloaded here is here. So just click on this. It will navigate to this Analog Devices page. So here we can see this LT-SPICE, and here this download link is available. And this will show two links for downloading, either for Windows OS and for the Mac OS. Just click on this Windows OS if you have Windows OS, and this will provide you the download application. So double click on this application, that will try to run the program. Now this is the level restorer circuit that we are going to implement in LT-SPICE as a solution to the threshold voltage drop problem of this NMOS pass transistor. So initially I'll just implement this NMOS pass transistor separately so that we can observe the threshold voltage drop problem also, and then we'll implement the whole level restorer circuit to identify how the degradation of signal has been restored using the CMOS inverter and the feedback connected PMOS pass transistor. This is the front panel of LT-SPICE, and here we can see that file new schematic. So just go for the new schematic, and now what we are going to do is we are going to first simulate the NMOS pass transistor, because implementing the pass transistor logic with an NMOS switch results in the degradation of signal levels. Now let us place the components of NMOS pass transistor. So just go for edit component, or the shortcut key F2 you can press, or you can see the shortcuts available here. So if you are pressing this also, we can get the components list. So from this we are going to select NMOS. So this is NMOS with explicit substrate connection, where this NMOS is nothing but a connection with substrate connections are there already, but this NMOS 4 doesn't have, it is just a monolithic MOSFET. So this I'll be choosing. So now it has to be rotated because we need to give the voltage connections. So just go for Ctrl R, so that will rotate your switch. So just press escape, and then what we need to do is we need to select voltage sources, because we need to give voltage for the gate terminal, and for the input source terminal also we need to give a pulse signal. So let us choose the voltage sources. So just press the component, again go for voltage. So here it will show, click OK. So the first source that we are going to give it in the gate terminal, and the second one is for the connecting the input source terminal. So just press escape, otherwise it will try to come here. So now we need to connect all these things. Before that we'll have one more capacitance for discharging. So again, go select component, or you can straight away see the capacitor here. So that also we can keep it here and over. And then we need to connect. So just this wire, this pencil symbol indicates you the wire, or you can even go for edit and go for shortcut of F3. Pressing F3 also will give you the draw wire option. So now I'll just click this wire option. So the gate has to be fed with this voltage, and then this source has to be fed with this voltage source, and then we need to connect the so just try to connect this substrate connection. So just press escape, and then we need to connect the drain terminal with the capacitance, and then all the ground connections have to be given. This ground symbol is also visible here, and here, one more ground here. Suppose if you see that there is an overlap between this, you can cut the wires also using this scissors symbol. So just cut this one. Maybe we can just drag this and keep it here, and again we can cut this ground symbol and this wire symbol so that it will not cause any interference effects or all those things. So just now extend and connect it again, and again go for the ground and replace it with the ground. So that's all. So now what we need to do is, suppose we need to name this net label. We can name it as input net. So this one is going to be our input net. Sorry, I'll just undo because it has to be placed on the wire symbol. Input, this one is the input. Just press escape, and then again we need to name this terminal as output. Now we are going to set the voltage values for this two voltage sources. So just right click on this component and you can set the DC value here, and this is an NMOS pass transistor. You cannot give a low voltage, so definitely a high voltage will only turn on this NMOS pass transistor. So therefore I am giving approximately a high voltage of 3.3 voltage. So click OK, and then go for right clicking the second component. Here instead of giving a constant DC value, I am just going to vary the value. So click advanced and click pulse. So here we can set the voltages, initial voltage as 0 volt, and the second voltage, which is the on time voltage, is going to be 3.3 because that was the voltage that we have fixed in the gate. And the delay time, let us keep it as 1 microsecond. So I am typing U. So rise time is going to be 0.5 microsecond and fall time is going to be again 0.5 microsecond, and the on time, on duration, is going to be 2.5 microseconds, and the total time period will be 5 microseconds, and the total number of cycles that we are going to repeat is 3 cycles. So just click OK, and then what we need to do is we need to set this capacitance value. So just right click on that, and we can see that the setting the capacitance value in terms of farads. So here I am going to give it as 10 picofarads. So just type 10p. So just click OK. So now all the values have been set. Now just click save when then and there when you try to edit the values. Now what we need to do is, so now look at here, we have done this initialization part only. Now we'll go for the analysis. You can see here simulate run is also there, and shortcut is also available here. So click this run symbol. So this will ask for what kind of analysis that we are going to do. So now here we are going to just go for a transient analysis, and I'm just going to give the stop time as 14 microseconds or 15 microseconds, whichever time period that you want to analyze stop time. So that I have given. So now this kind of window will be open. So now what we need to do is we need to add the traces here. So like what we need to observe is we need to observe the input plane, input and the output waves. So now just I'll add trace. You can see here V of input. So V of input will give. So this is the input voltage. So the input voltage is the source, which is given at the source terminal. So you can even press here. So that will also help you to show the input waveform. And now just click on this plot pane and just click add traces. And the next thing that we want to see is the V output. So just click OK. So now you can very well observe that there is a signal degradation because this is the output waveform of this particular NMOS pass transistor. So we have considered a 3.3 volt signal which is being applied to the gate terminal, that is going to be a fixed. Only then the NMOS pass transistor would have turned on. And what we have given is, we have given a high input signal of 3.3 voltage. So if you are giving 0 voltage here, then what would have done? The 0 voltage would have directly passed here. So no problem would have been there. Since we are passing almost equivalent to a high voltage VDD, 3.3 voltage, a high voltage signal is being applied to the input source. NMOS pass transistor cannot pass such a strong voltage because it can pass only a weak one. That weak one is nothing but VDD minus VTN. We call that as a threshold voltage drop. So this drop is being observed very well in this graph because of the signal degradation property of this NMOS pass transistor. So this situation is quite annoying for this NMOS pass transistor to work effectively. So that is why we have moved on for the level restorer circuit. Now we will implement the level restorer circuit and compare both the waveforms and let us observe how the signal degradation has been restored using level restorer circuit of PMOS pass transistor and a CMOS inverter. We will start implementing or modeling the level restorer circuit. So just go for file, new schematic. So new schematic will be open. Now what we need is a NMOS pass transistor that we'll have to fix that, and then only we are going to connect with the level restorer circuit. So first we'll select with NMOS pass transistor. So that this has to be rotated because we need to connect it properly. So just press escape, and then what we need is a PMOS pass transistor which has to be connected in feedback, right? So just go for selecting PMOS 4 transistor, and what we need to do is a flip kind of thing has to be done here because we are going to connect that in feedback. So for flipping the transistor, just press Ctrl E. So this will give you a flipped transistor. And then what we need to do is, we need a CMOS inverter here that has to be connected with this feedback pass transistor, PMOS transistor. So again we need to choose for one PMOS. So this PMOS we will set it here, and then we need one more NMOS for completing the CMOS inverter circuit, and then we'll go for NMOS. So just align and place, and you can just zoom in and zoom out. Then what we need is, we need to have the voltage sources. So just go for clicking the voltage. So here we'll fix the first voltage source, and then we'll fix the other voltage source here. So now we need to have the connections. So now this gate terminal has to be connected to this voltage source, and then what we need to do is, this PMOS also has to be connected to this same voltage source only, gate, because all the source terminal that we are going to connect here, because this gate terminal of PMOS will be connected with the CMOS inverter output. So now we'll connect these two gates can be connected, and then what we need to do is, we need to connect these drain terminals of CMOS inverter, and then let us connect the let us connect the substrate later. And now what we need to do is, we need to connect this source. So just click on the wire, connect this and this one, and this drain terminal has to be given here, and this drain will also be connected to this NMOS, output of NMOS. and this gate terminal has to be given to the output of CMOS. So from this also we'll take the output terminal and just press escape. And now what we need to do is this we have connected with the gate, and this terminal is bending, right? So this also has to be connected to the voltage source because this also needs voltage, right? This source terminal. So that also we have given. Now is anything left? Here we will have to connect the ground. Let us fix the ground connections here, and then where do we need is here. Here let us extend because we need to go for the substrate connections also. So for the substrate connections we need to connect the substrate or the bulk terminal with the source, and the same thing here because the NMOS source will be at the lower potential, that is why it is connected to the ground terminal, whereas the source of PMOS will be connected to a higher potential, that is why it is connected to the voltage source, and the common drain terminals have been connected and the common gate terminals have been also connected, and here also the source, here also we need to connect the substrate. So wherever we have the substrate connection, let us connect it with the source. And then what, here also we have this is the substrate, and this we need to connect it with the source terminal. So that's all with the connections. So now our level restorer circuit is ready along with the NMOS pass transistor. Now we need to set the voltages. So before setting the voltages, let us label the nets so that that will help us in the traversing the output waveforms, input and output waveforms. So let this be the input net because we are going to observe the input here, and then what we need to do is we need to observe the output here. So this we will keep it here. So just press escape, and now this is the output of the inverter. We are not bothered about the output of the inverter, we are bothered of how to restore the signal degradation of NMOS pass transistor using this PMOS and CMOS inverter circuit. So just right click on this, let us give 3.3 volts, same voltage which we have fed in the previous case of simulating the NMOS pass transistor. Here what we need to do is just go for the advanced, select the pulse, and the initial voltage is going to be 0 volts, and then the on voltage will be 3.3, and delay the same thing, 1 microseconds, and rise time for 0.5 microseconds, fall time 0.5 microseconds, and on time it is going to be 2.5 microseconds, and period is going to be 5 microseconds, and cycles we are going to keep it for 3 cycles. Just click OK. So everything will be available here. Now what we are going to do is just go for a simulation, and it will ask for the stop time. Just give the same 14 microseconds. So just click OK. So this will show this window. Here what I'll do is, because I'll tell you, I'm going to add 2 planes because that will help us in viewing the input and output waveforms separately, because here the level restoration would have been successful. So obviously there will not be any difference between the input and output waveforms if you are going to plot it in the same window. So that is why I have splitted the window. So in the first window I'll just add the traces which I'm going to give the V of input. So this is the input voltage. Now we are bothered about this output waveform. So now just let add traces V of output, and there is no drop in the signal levels, and completely the signal degradation problem or the threshold voltage drop problem has been restored using this CMOS inverter and this feedback connected PMOS pass transistor. So that is the advantage of this level restorer circuit, where this NMOS can be effectively utilized in all our other applications, because that is the most widely used transistor. Instead of PMOS, many prefer NMOS logic gates. So it is well observed that the logic levels have been completely restored. The only disadvantage is the additional circuitry that is required. So now we can even compare this. So this is the other waveform that we have got, and this one is the new waveform that we have got. So here it has been completely restored. So even if I'm going to merge both these things, it will appear as the same replica. So that is why I've splitted this plot windows. And here in the previous thing, where we have just simulated only the NMOS pass transistor, we can see the signal drop problem. So this signal degradation has been restored using this circuit. So the final circuit that we have used is this one. Using this CMOS inverter and PMOS pass transistor, the signal degradation of NMOS pass transistor has been completely restored. Hope you all have enjoyed the experimental learning on level restorer circuit, which is going to be the best solution for the threshold voltage drop problem in the NMOS pass transistor design. So this model has been completely simulated on this LTSpice. So LTSpice is a high performance tool wherein we can observe all the imaginations that we had through our theory part. So thank you all for watching this video through Electronics Insight channel.